Lots of people are talking about mental health these days, and to be fair, that is progress. People are more aware than they've ever been. Trauma, anxiety, depression, burnout, you name it, there's information out there. And people are now more comfortable talking about these subjects that 10 or 15 years ago people would like brush away or hide and not want to talk about at all. And that does matter. Most people don't even get that far. Cheeky. Never seen a snowman like that before. What was I saying? Yeah, most people don't get that far, do they? Plenty of people live their entire lives pissed off, unhappy, exhausted, without ever stopping to pause and think, hey up, why the hell do I feel like this? And if you've reached that point where you can see that something's going on, that isn't nothing. That is step one. But that's all. It's step one. Too many people stay there. And it's not because they're stupid. It's not because they're weak. It's because it's comfortable. And probably me saying that has made you feel a little bit uncomfortable. If you're stuck but aware, people tend to cut you some slack, don't they? They understand. They lower their expectations. I mean, you've got a reason for why things aren't working out. And that's normal. It's human. I've done it myself. And to be completely truthful, I still do it occasionally. And even with all that understanding, nothing actually changes, does it? It's akin to sitting in a big pile of shit in the dark and then someone turns the light on. Yes, you now know what's causing the smell. And I think this is where the conversation around mental health breaks down. It's really good at shouting, yes, this is real. But it's not so good at answering the question. Yeah, but what now? So people start treating awareness as the achievement, believing that noticing the problem is the work. My book, It's Not Okay to Be Not Okay, comes at things from a different angle. Not pretend you're fine. Not get a grip and sort your shit out. Just don't stay at the point of just noticing. Because staying stuck, no matter how good a reason you've got, is still staying stuck. This is kind of stage where people get really nervous, because as soon as you talk about moving forward, people get in their head that it's time to play the blame game. No, that's not what this is about. In fact, even though it's very popular, blame is really useless, because when you do that, you give away your power to someone else. This isn't about denying what's happened to you. It's about not letting whatever happened run and ruin the rest of your life. I've always liked that line from the X-Files. The truth is out there. I like it in two ways. One is whatever the answer is, it's out there somewhere. You just got to look for it. But secondly, and probably more importantly to me, is that the truth can be weird. It can be a bit woo-woo. It can be messy. It's probably not going to be as neat as we think it's going to be. Becoming aware of your issues is like realizing that you're in a hole. Yeah, it's helpful, but it doesn't magically hand you a ladder, does it? And this is where people tend to get boxed in. They listen to experts. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking experts. They are very useful, but their expertise is usually in one very narrow lane. They'll say things like, well, this doesn't work. There's no evidence to back that up. It's unscientific. And yet, these are the people that have probably never even tried the approach. That doesn't sound scientific to me, does it you? Even experts get things wrong from time to time, don't they? For example, according to the Met Office, it's meant to be absolutely pissing it down right now. Look, if something genuinely appeals to you, don't rule it out. It could be therapy, it could be meditation, it could be crystals, it could be sitting naked in the snow. Doesn't matter what it is. Just don't rule it out because it doesn't fit somebody else's worldview. Try shit out. See what helps. See what works for you. The mistake is thinking that being aware is enough, that there is only one way to fix your problem, or that thinking that by moving on is like pretending the past never happened, because it doesn't. So here's the simple takeaway. If you've become aware that something's not quite right, that's a win. Because honestly, most people don't even get there. Just don't stay there. Awareness is the start of the work. It's not the end of it. That's it for today. That's all my sage-like advice. I joke, I'm no sage. I'm not going to try and sell you my book. I mean, who's going to buy a book based on one video? Especially when you probably don't even know the fuck I am anyway. Not that that should be important. It's the message that's more important than the messenger. Ooh, another bit of sage-like advice. Look, if you want to get a real taste of my writing and the way I think, I want to give you the deleted chapter from my book. It's totally free, but yes, you do have to give me your email address. You know the routine. It's titled, Do People Really Piss You Off? And I know what you're thinking. Of course they fucking do. All day, every day. Well, all I'd say to that is, go and download it, read it, and it might change your mind. Literally. So there will be a link somewhere, either above or below. Go and click it now. Go on. Thank me later.